Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Live from Sword Coast podcast. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly dungeon master this evening. Tonight, we are continuing on with our ongoing Shadow of the Demon Lord campaign. Our heroes are 6th level now, so they are definitely making their way up in the Shadow of the Demon Lord hierarchy. And with me tonight are the 2 regular fixtures for our Wednesday night games. I have first Jeffrey.
Hello, everybody. Playing Matt
Jeff
and Trader.
Nice. And as always, the stalwart Steve-O.
Yo, yo. I am here. I'm playing the usual gang, Junis, Hobie, and Millar.
Millar. Are you doing a little knitting there too, Steve? Is that what I see?
I got my knitting needles here. I'm all set up. No, these are my new magnets I just got.
You can listen. You don't need to lie. It's fine if you want to knit, man. That's okay.
I've been taking up knitting, crocheting, knitting short.
My 70-year-old mom will give you some lovely pointers on knitting.
Fantastic. That's what I need.
Actually, you know what? She will, because look, this is what she knit for Emmy.
Right, I remember that. Yes, I love that bag. Your mom is a great knitter.
She is. She's a very, very, very talented knitter. So let's see here. We've got. Let me make sure first that we're all logged into. Oh, Jeff's in Roll 20. So Steve, we just need you to log on as well.
Oh, I'm on the screen. Hold on.
Now get us back to the loading screen here. There we go. There we go. And I will get to the share screens as well. Oops. Where are you going, Speedy?
16 screens later. There we go.
Application. Here we go. Share. Oops, where are we going here?
Down, down.
Everyone. Here we go. Excellent. Okay. So where we last left our game, guys, and just as a quick refresher, I see the 5 on there. So just as a quick refresher, we are using the alternate rules from Forbidden Rules to for how fate points work now, or not fate points, how fortune points work. So you got a pool to draw from, and then those can be used for the way they normally do, and they can also, you know what I'm gonna do? Actually, I did not realize that it is a long weekend this weekend. Because I just don't pay attention. So this weekend, I'm going to put together a combat cheat sheet for you guys because there's actually some cool new options in Forbidden Rules that I used when I was playing Shadow of the Demon Lord that I think might be helpful for you guys. And what am I looking for here? I am fate points, right? Oh, I heard. I saw online today that the Shadow of the Demon Lord Freeport companion will be shipping sometime in the next couple of days. So that is very exciting. Yep. So when you're looking to play like an Undyne, like an underwater kind of reptilian creature character, or a pirate, I have got you covered.
Sweet.
Cool. Yep. Okay. Okay. So here's what you can do with fortune points. You can take another turn. You can heal damage equal to twice your character's healing rate. You can turn any creature's failure into a success, or turn any creature's success into a failure. So remember that because of that, I am going to be going gloves off with you guys. This will be a brutal and merciless session. So make sure you're spending those fortune points accordingly.
Alrighty.
So our scene opens today. Actually, I'll swap to the map of Crossings here. So in the town of Crossings, and I was actually thinking about this week, and while this campaign is getting close to, or relatively close to a year old now.
Wow.
Which is crazy, yeah. Yeah, so, the reason I mentioned that is because I was thinking this week that with the amount of like month gaps that we've had between several of our sessions, you guys are actually like, it's been about a little more than a year of in-game time since we launched this game. Yeah. So I actually don't know if there's a calendar in this setting, but one of the things that I heard. So we can use you know, like a lot of campaign settings have these made up calendars with the made up month names and stuff like that. But what someone online pointed out recently is that, you know, the reason that in Lord of the Rings they make reference to the like traditional Western calendar in terms of the months is because it's assumed that whoever these characters are, they were speaking Westeros or whatever, you know, language is spoken in Middle Earth, and then it was translated into English and the months were translated as well. So they don't use the word July or August or June or whatnot or Wednesday in Middle Earth, but because it's being translated anyway, that's what it's being referred to as. So I see the counterpoint to that is that, well, you lose some verisimilitude by calling it something different. But I guess if what we're going to do is going to translate the months back in our minds every time anyway, then I wonder whether it's better to just use our names for months anyway. Easier. Yeah, what do you guys think? What's your preference as players?
I'm easy.
If you use a made-up word, to me, it's just kind of nonsense. Like if you quote-unquote translate it to our months, it makes a lot more sense.
Okay. All right. So then let's just, going forward, we'll just track the actual months in our, you know, Western calendar. So this means that I think that where our campaign started last time was actually in August, because I think it was September when we started playing this campaign. I'll have to check the campaign log. This is actually session 19, by the way.
Boom.
So I'm going to say for the sake of ease that it's August when we are when this scene happens. So it's the latter half of summertime. The weird weather has unfortunately, you may remember from last time that I mentioned that there's been these really bizarre weather patterns that have been blowing in on crossings. And that's where we find one of our heroes, at least today. It is Junis. Now, Junis, you're in town because you guys live east of town in that converted hunting lodge now. You've been actually invited in. Last time you were in picking up mail, and I think that maybe Matt's here as well because he's picking up a new book that's been ordered in. It's something else that Master Dreen has ordered in for you. And when you picked it up, you heard that Inquisitor Randolfus was actually wanting to speak to Junis again. Now, you may remember, let me see if I can get in my picture here. Where is he? Inquisitor. Steve, you okay?
I sure am.
Sounded like you fell on something.
You're in my soup.
Here he is. Boom. So that is Inquisitor Randolfus. Remember the old guy who you knew him through your former master? He was the one who was like searching people or whatnot as they were coming out of Perse. And then you ran into him when you were in Katandramus Manor.
Did you click show to players?
I did. Let's see here if it worked.
I didn't see it.
Did that show up now?
Oh, it's weird.
Hold up, let me.
Did you see it?
I see that. Yeah, the Inquisitor Randolfus. Yeah.
Huh.
I see what Kev's doing.
Here, let's try it again here. You see it now, though, Jeff?
Yeah, now I see it.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, so that's what he looks like. He's an older dude. He is the ranking member of the Church of the New God in Crossings. Now, what? Yeah, so he's asked to meet you down. Let's see. I think that he will want to meet you in one of the squares with one of the spires. So probably somewhere around here, I think. So you guys have picked up your stuff from Perse, from Master Dreen, and you're making your way out. The other party members are off doing something else at this point. But you, as you walk into the square, you're kind of looking around, and you see that Inquisitor Randolfus is there, and he's the kind of guy who, because he's such a fairly stern religious figure, he's the kind of character who either what do you call it? Who either inspires reverence or inspires fear. So there's a lot of folks who are kind of like, oh, that fucking guy, and trying to keep their distance. And there's some who are coming over and kind of like, godly people who are coming over and talking to him. But he sees you, obviously, because Junis, you're this giant, gleaming clockwork guy. He kind of thanks the people and sort of dismisses them, and then makes his way over towards you. He says, Junis, you made it. I'm pleased.
Yes, of course. Glad to be here.
I'm wondering if, obviously, you won't partake, but I met your friend briefly in that when you entered Katandramus's manor, but I don't think we've been formally introduced. I am Inquisitor Randolfus.
Oh, hello. Nice to meet you.
Oh, no, he's introducing himself to Matt. You know him, Steve.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, hello, I'm Matt Baker. Nice to meet you.
Baker, you were the exorcist.
Yes, the exorcist.
I've heard about you. Now, perhaps we could sit and have a pint. And I wish to have... I have some questions about Katandramus Manor and what happened there.
Certainly.
So it leads you over, and there's a tavern nearby that is a this time of day. I'm guessing it's like maybe 1/3 full. So he comes in, and people sort of see him come in, and one or two people kind of get up and leave, but otherwise people are sit down. It's just conspicuous, and it's not because he doesn't drink, it's because of his role, right? Like his role is to root out corruption and whatnot. It's like when the police arrive, right? Like no one's really at their ease when there's police officers eating in the restaurant. So, and that's, I guess that's probably not true. It's only when you see a cop come up behind you in a vehicle, you're like suddenly hyper conscious of what you're doing, whatever. But anyway, you guys sit down, and drinks are ordered, and there's a little bit of chit chat. He's asking, I understand that you moved outside of Crossing.
We did. We recently found a place for ourselves and our business. It's quite nice. We're very happy with it. Yes.
The old, and I can't remember the name of it. Bear with me. Actually, I do have a name for it. Give me a sec here, guys.
Yeah, I didn't realize we were outside of Crossings.
I thought best to get out of the city a little bit. We have a little privacy,
Oh, okay. So what we're like? Are we? Do you know which way we are? Or?
I'm not sure. I said, yeah, I'm not sure which direction. He said east, right? So.
Okay.
We're not far away. We're just out of the way. Just so we can for our affairs private.
Yeah.
I put us on a stream so we can go right into the lake and then go up all the tributaries and stuff.
Oh, so we can. Oh, we're up the stream.
Mm-hmm. So we've got transportation. We can go places.
Right, we can boat in on the stream of tears.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
Okay, sorry. It was Verum. Verum Lodge is where you are, where you guys have purchased a property.
Right. Verum Lodge. Right.
Verum, yeah, VARRM. Tell me, what was your reason? You had accommodations in Crossing. Surely your master could have afforded you a salary to stay within the protection of the walls. What prompted you to move so far out?
We live in complex times, and I must say that, well, honestly, we feel a little safer outside of town, to be honest with you. And also, if you had seen our, living arrangements previously, you could understand why we wouldn't miss them.
Safer how?
Well, we protect ourselves. We noticed that, well, look, it's difficult to explain, but maybe you've noticed that there is sort of some increasing paranormal activity going on these days around these parts. And well, just given our various skill sets, we feel that actually we're safer away from population.
There has been. Oh, so I think I'm getting a little feedback from you there, Steve.
Hey.
Hold on, maybe it's my fault. Let me turn my mic off. Does that make a difference at all?
Yeah,
yeah, sorry, Steve, that could have been my fault.
Yep.
Okay. You're correct that there has been a disturbing number of unnatural events within crossings. Mm-hmm. This is, of course, as you understand, part of my purview as Inquisitor is to track this matter. The concern, Junis, I have is there was the discovery of the iron prison in Grievings. And I understand that a clockwork warrior and a dwarf and a man were seen leaving the premises where that prison was found. You saved, so that I understand that you saved what remained of, one second, I gotta catch his name, Father Gregory from there. But how was it that you found yourself there in the first place?
Oh my goodness. Well, look, as you're aware, we've been in the employ of what's his name?
Master Dream?
Master Dream. Yes. And we've been doing a great deal of research involving some of these paranormal events going on. And our research quite simply led us to that location. We weren't quite certain what to expect, as a matter of fact. And we're quite shocked to find what we did. And we're lucky to get out alive, as a matter of fact.
What is the nature of the research that Dreen has you performing?
Well, I'm not entirely sure to what degree it's confidential. I'm sure you understand these matters are, one where discretions are required. He's having some family issues that also involve some paranormal issues. I don't know how much depth I should get into. Maybe you want to have a word with him about it.
Oh, I will. I shall. But I'm having a word with you, Junis.
Sure.
You understand that?
Yeah.
So just as background to Steve, effectively, this guy is kind of like, because he's literally an Inquisitor. He has the authority of the church to be able to do these things. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to roll over for him, but it's not like the church is directly linked with the governorship of the, like, there is separation between church and state in crossings, but they have an enormous amount of political pressure they can bear. So just so you understand the context of what his request is.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what to divulge here. Yeah.
I understand that your investigations have taken you out onto the islands of the Dark Waters. What can you tell me?
We've been to it. Yes.
What can you tell me about those investigations?
Well, our investigations are ongoing. We're trying to find some of the source of these troubles that are plaguing the lands here because, well, I don't know how much of this is private, but Master Dreen has apparently had, he's lost some family members to some of these forces, and we're trying to track down where they're coming from, mainly to save his family. But in the meantime, well, I tell you what, we're happy to keep you posted on what we discover, but for now, what we discovered is simply an expanding Fey presence in the countryside that appears to be threatening the fringes of society. We don't know where it's going at this point.
I agree that there are threats that are bedeviling our town and indeed the kingdom. But it seems that without error, to an uncanny degree, you and your colleagues seem to be there, present at each of these unnatural occurrences.
Well, on the right side of the equation, you'll notice, of course.
So you say, but the activities which you engaged in the islands and the dark waters are secret. You leave town, move out into an abandoned hunting lodge. I understand that one of your colleagues has converted over her an entire wing of the lodge to her technological studies.
We plan to make a lot of money off that.
I see. And what of Master Dreen's lovely daughter? She's not been seen for nearly a year.
Well, not in her old form, she hasn't.
Her own form? What do you mean by that?
I wish I could explain it to you because we don't rightly know. All we know is that she appears to have fallen under the sway of Fey forces, and we're trying to find a way to get her back.
You were trying to bargain with the Fey powers to retrieve her?
Well, actually, we thought we might pursue a course, something more like exorcism or something like that.
Do you know where she is?
No.
Tell me what happened in Katandramus Manor.
Captain Dramus's Manor. Oh. Which one was that again? That was the one that was
right at the top of the map there, where didn't like a meteor hit the house or something?
Yeah, like there was an explosion on the top of the house, and then there was you guys fought some shades, some zombies, and then some shades, and then you fought down in the basement. There was that giant fungal Hulk that was spewing out those spores that were getting everyone sick.
Okay, well, I'll say, we fought some Fey presences that appeared in the house, and then we managed to extricate ourselves and get as many people out of the house that were left as possible at that point. But we were simply actually in the neighborhood and trying to contact Master Dreen when it occurred. It was something of a coincidence.
Coincidence. Well, what happened in that basement? I saw you, and you saved my men. You brought that. There was a chest that I gave you. You may recall.
What sort?
But you did. There was that chest that they gave you to retrieve something. It was one sec here. It was. He gave you a chest to contain something called the Enigma Stone. Carved prayer symbols of the new god, yet you brought it back empty.
We brought back what we found, sir. We're not in the habit of. Sorry?
So what was that, Steve? I just didn't catch that.
I said that we brought back what we found, sir. We're not in the habit of keeping our quarry.
And Mr. Baker, tell me of these books that you've been ordering in.
Up until now, Matt's just been, drinking his ale with one hand. He's been playing with his sonic screwdriver with his other hand, doing pen tricks, twirling it around. Now that the Inquisitor turns to him, he takes the last sip of his beer. He sets down his empty cup. He puts his sonic screwdriver in his pocket. And he looks the Inquisitor in the eyes. He says, "Enough of your questions now. I have a question for you. What do you know of the dark demon Diabolus?"
There's sort of a hush around the thing, and the Inquisitor gets a look of shock on his face, and he twirls and he says, You would say such a name out so aloud? And he stands up and he says, what sort of wizard are you?
Well, when you're the kind of wizard that plans to take down a demon, you certainly cannot be afraid to say his name.
You clearly showed hubris. You reek of it. You think you can challenge a demon for what? To take his power for yourself?
If you think that is why I would kill a demon, you're a fool.
You can tell this guy's getting pretty worked up at this point. And you have spent enough time here to know that what generally happens when the when the Inquisition gets worked up is, pitches and or pitchforks and torches. So
right.
He says he seems quite like apoplectic with anger. His face is flushing with red, and he seems ready to collecting his thoughts. So you will have an opportunity to say something before he bursts out again, if you like.
Right. Matt just looks at him and he just says, you seem to think that we are on the wrong side here. And for what reasons, I can only fathom. But what you should know is that we are attempting to rescue, what's her name?
Her name is Candace, I think.
Candace. And in doing so, we have uncovered the plots of the Fae and the greater demon here to destroy not only crossings, but possibly this entire realm. Now, if you want to stand in our way of stopping this, that is your business. But I don't see the church doing anything to stop this imminent doom.
Why don't you make a... I think that sounds like you're using will. So I think make a will challenge. I'm going to give you 2 Banes on it. One from just he was worked up to start with, and the other is like it's getting a little close to trucking with demons and whatnot. But if you've got any kind of charisma, charm kind of professions, you can get a boon from that.
No, I don't think that he's very charming.
Okay, so then go ahead and just make it with a will challenge with 2 Banes, please.
All right. He's not very good at this. 2.
You do have fortune points. Remember, you can buy an automatic success as well.
That's true.
Oh,
Yes, roll first.
Wow. Cool. Okay. So, wow. All right. So,
nice.
I will give you the opportunity. That bad of a result means he's going to be calling the guards immediately. So if you want to spend a fortune point to turf that result and get an auto success, you're free to do that.
What do you think, Steve? Do we want to fight the guards in crossing? I don't think so. Yeah, let's spend one of our fate points.
Okay. So I'll just adjust your fortune down to 4.
For our fortune points.
Okay.
That was amazing.
Okay. So his mustache kind of twitches in anger, and he sort of you have successfully managed to distract him from his question about the books, and he stands away from the table, and turns to you, Junis, and says, "Take care, Junis, but know that we are always watching." And he,
of course,
shoots the stink eye back at Matt, and then turns and strides out. And there's once he gets out, he's made enough of a scene. You guys can tell that everyone else in the tavern is kind of, it's that scene from a film when you're looking around and every single table is looking at you guys.
Right? Yeah, of course they are.
So what are you gonna do?
Finish our errands, I guess.
Okay. Well, you said you finished yours. Clockworks don't drink, so.
Oh yeah. Well, we're out of here.
Okay. So
I guess we pay for the Inquisitor's drink too.
I think he paid. He paid for your drinks because he was.
He paid for your drinks.
Yeah, he paid for your drinks. I think. So, excuse me, my goodness.
Like, what would they be called? The Inquisition?
Yeah, the Inquisition.
So as Matt's leaving, he turns and looks at everyone and he says, "Yeesh, the Inquisition, eh?"
There's just kind of like, oh, kind of whispers amongst each other. They're cause the Church of the New God does, some of its tenets are quite enlightened as far as, as compared to some of the other faiths, but the Inquisition is no fucking joke. Like, they're full on, burn the heretic out of you kind of stuff.
Right.
So even good intentioned people like Inquisitor Randolfus don't really have a lot of levity, or not levity, a lot of
leverage.
I can't think of the words right now. The forgiveness, I guess, for even whiffs of heresy. But anyway, he leaves. So you guys are going to head back out, and I think what you're also in town for is picking up some supplies, just like to stock the larder at the hunting lodge. So you're going to head over and pick up your your cart that you brought in, that cool shrinking cart that heals you.
Right.
So you're going to head down to maybe like around here to pick up the pick up the cart. And as you're making your way past the walls here, to get into the redemption, I guess is the wait. Hold on, what's in there? That's the shrine. No, it wouldn't be there. That's where that's Academy of Engineers. That's smokestacks over there. Wouldn't be over there. Maybe an Iron Road here or Old Town. What's in there? City Hall. Yeah, it's actually down here, I think. So I was looking at the
right, getting the map straight. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we're seeing what other locations are around there. So I think it's probably somewhere down there. So you're going to pick up your supplies, because over here in smokestacks, this is where like the engineering school and the wizard school and a bunch of refineries and foundries and shit are. So it wouldn't be in there because that would just, there'd be soot and stuff all throughout your produce. There's a reason they don't put smokestacks across from the vegetable grower.
While we're walking there, Matt apologizes to Junis. Says, "I'm sorry, Junis. I just don't have any time for these nearsighted or small-minded people to get in our way. Diablos is too dangerous of a foe."
I completely understand, sir.
Okay. So you guys are making your way down towards there, and you and maybe Junis, you tell I mean, you don't tell him. You guys stopped by and saw. Because remember, there was that other manor in Perse where that enormous oak tree just grew up and through it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So you show him that, and like, there's just you've heard that there have been other weird occurrences in the region over the last few months as well too. Like one person where all the liquid in the room would flow to the ceiling. And it did that for about 6 days and then just suddenly stopped. So someone would bring, a basin of water in, and it would just splash out of the ceiling. Nothing else, just the water. So you're making your way down towards the, I think maybe the clearing around here. When you hear some screams from up ahead, and you think you hear the low, actually, no, I'm sorry. It would be up around here, right around here, guys. So you've left this neighborhood over here. You made your way into the second area. You're making your way down the Emperor's Road, and that's when you hear this scream from over in this direction here. Mm-hmm. And you see people are racing their way through the gap between the buildings.
Do they seem like they're racing towards the scream or away from it in terror?
Away from it in terror, for sure.
Okay.
You think you can hear a savage, roar, kind of snarl from off.
No, it's Malar. She hasn't had her nap.
Yeah. What are you guys gonna do?
Guess we better go check it out, Junis.
What we do, man. That's right.
Okay. So you draw your weapon and your what do you call it? Your sonic screwdriver, and as you sort of push your way through the crowd, you get into the clearing around this spire. And there's sort of like a series of open air, or not open air, but there's an open air market here. And what you see, there's a bunch of stalls that are smashed down, and there are a couple of people who are sort of, cornered or hiding, terrified behind this overturned cart. And there are 2 massive wolves that look like that, guys. Complete with the glowing eyes and the giant teeth. One of them growls at the surrounding crowd. There's one or two either foolish or brave men who have stayed behind with, pitchforks or something similar, or rakes, trying to keep the thing, or brooms to keep the things at a distance. These things stand, their back is about, eye level. But the other sniffs the air with his giant nose, his nostrils flaring, and still snarling at the air as well, too. Spittle flying from its maw. What do you guys do?
Matt will cast his new spell, Boundless Step.
Okay. These things are about, let's see here, one zone away from you guys.
Does it cost rank +1, Matt?
It does, yeah. Although I think your rank 1 spells now cost 1, right? Because of your newest wizard ability.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Okay, so so the guys, let's go into initiative order here. Do you want to take fast or slow turns? You know what we'll do is this moves over to the crossing street view. That's probably easier to track everybody. Okay, so
do all spells take the same amount of time to cast or not?
Not necessarily. Some have triggered actions. Some have regular act. If it doesn't say that, I think it's just a normal action.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to think of which. Let's see here. Let's see.
So a normal action takes the same amount of time as like attacking or whatever.
That's right. So if you remember that, if you're taking.
If I don't move and just cast a spell, I can do a fast action.
Fast turn, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So Matt's doing a fast action. Junis doing a slow action. Okay. So Matt, what are you doing first? You're up first.
Casting that spell.
Okay. So what does it do? Why don't you click on the spell? Let's just see what the text says.
Okay.
The dice roller is still fucked up on the character sheets for the spells, but it will post the.
Oh, like if you do this.
Yeah.
And then just submit it. Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Okay.
It basically lets them do medium teleports for a minute.
That's amazing. Okay. So you cast that. Great. All right, Junis, these things are going to go on slow turns. So what are you going to do?
Let's see. Boundless Step. On each of your turns, teleport to open space. Okay. Well, I guess that Junis figures he's got no much other just wild dogs, and have they attacked people? These dogs?
There's one really badly savaged, merchant or something, who's on the ground.
Okay. All right, I got to rescue that guy. So I guess I'm going to head in there. I'm going to pick one of them and call him for my guarded feint.
Nice. Okay, so your guarded feint, I believe, is what Jeff. Even though you're taking a fast, or rather a fast turn, you can still take a triggered action. So you could teleport now if you wanted to.
Oh, okay.
You don't necessarily have to. But just giving you fair warning. Okay, Steve. So yeah, you definitely can run to go charging in there, and you're going to engage one of them. What does your feint do again?
So the combat feint. Okay, use a triggered action to feint against one creature I can see. Until the end of the round, I make attack rolls with swift weapons with one boon, and the creature makes attack rolls against me with one bane.
Awesome.
And then the guarded feint, I think, gives them another. That's one of the options for when you're attacking a regular option.
A bane on your attack roll, and so are they.
Okay, right. So he gets 2 banes, and I get 1 bane, and so mine cancel out, basically.
Yep, that's right.
Okay. Interesting. No, actually, I think I'll skip the guarded then.
Remember, you also get a boon on all your attack rolls because of your warrior ability.
Right. Yes. Okay, let's do that. And if I hit him, I'll do a maneuvering strike.
Sounds good.
All right. There we go.
We'll make your attack roll.
Here we go. Jotun Saber.
Yeah.
Did it work? Oh, wait. 1 boon. Here we go. Pow. Noise.
Nice. That is actually a hit. Okay.
Boom.
Oh, now, Steve, remember, you also have an ability to either do 1d6 extra damage or to attack a second thing.
Right. And is the other one in range?
The other one is within range, yeah.
Let's do it. Let's attack him.
I will tell you, though, this thing is pretty big. Guys, just because I find it's an easy way to describe things. When I say something's bloodied, it means it's at half hit points. Or half health, I should say.
Right. Okay.
This thing's not even bloodied yet. So you attack into this thing, but it's so big and solid and muscled that it's barely like cut into its hide. It's angered it, but it's not significantly injured it.
All right. Well, sure. Then maybe let's just add the extra d6 damage and also do a maneuvering strike so that I'm next to both wolves and they can't get away from me without provoking an opportunity attack.
Amazing. So what I'm picturing is that you've hacked this thing. Go ahead and roll your extra d6 there, Steve. You've hacked this thing, and it sort of tries to bite back, and you bash it with your, with your elbow, and you deke back so that it steps in closer, so you have both of them within range now.
Boom.
Awesome. Extra K. All righty. Okay. So one of them is suffering a bunch of banes on its attack roll. All right. So then it is their turn. So one of these.
Are we adding +1 extra damage? Because I added a strength module. It always gives me +1 damage. Is that on my character?
You're adding. Sorry, what? No. Oh, I didn't add that. No. So it'll be 16 points of damage then.
Nice.
Go ahead and make the. Sorry. Did you say the strength module adds 1 to your strength overall?
No, it adds 1 to my damage, not my strength.
Oh, okay. So just change or add 1 to the like plus whatever on your weapon, Steve.
Got it.
Okay, so that's on there. Okay, great.
+4.
Nice. Okay. So this thing is that's a little more impressive than the initial effort. Now this thing gets to attack. Now, do you guys want me rolling in front of you, or do you want me to roll on like regular dice? Because I can't hide my dice rolls from you on this, unfortunately.
It doesn't matter to me.
Whatever, Trevor.
Matter to you? Oh, I already said gloves off. So what am I talking about? Fuck yeah, I'm rolling in front of you. Let's see here. Okay, so this thing turns, and its giant maw tries to snap at you. Let's see here. And it gets 2 banes on it. So he does 25. Woo!
Wow, that hit.
Junis, you take 11 points of damage, and I need you to make an agility challenge roll, please. This thing is locked on, and it's trying to knock you to the ground, drag you to your side, and toss you to the ground. Let's see if you're
right. 11 damage if it's at a 30, and I get a boon on my agility roll.
What do you get a boon from?
My agility module.
Oh, nice one.
A gyroscopic stabilizer. Sorry.
Awesome. I love that you made use of all that shit. That's super cool.
Oh yeah, baby.
Ooh, just on the nose. So you're being dragged along, and this thing's sort of and pulling, part of your armor plating out, and you're able to just like shove this thing's head off of you, and it moves its giant maw, and it looks like it's going to snap and get you again. Okay, so now the second one is actually, hold on here. Ooh, it stops and is sniffing the air. And then it goes, oh, and howls out. The howl just like cuts right through you, terrifies you. You're not taking any like fear checks or whatever else, but it's incredibly unnerving. You can feel the for both of you guys, Jeff, you can feel it rumbling in your chest, and Steve, you can feel like the loose gears that have been torn apart by the other direwolf are rattling inside your body.
Right.
Okay. Next is next round. And nothing happens at the end of the round. Top of the round. Both the wolves will be taking fast actions.
Okay, are you saying I can teleport and shoot in a fast action?
Yeah, so remember that everyone has, regardless of whether you're taking a fast turn or a slow turn, everybody gets one triggered action per round. The triggered action can be used for things like opportunity attacks, or I can't remember what they're called, but opportunity attacks, they are a triggered action. A lot of Junis's maneuvering shit is all triggered actions. Some spells are triggered actions. Your teleportation is a triggered action as well. So you could take a fast turn to do an action to shoot and do a triggered action to teleport, and you can do it whatever order you want.
Right, cool. Okay.
Okay, guys, heroes are up first. So which of you guys want to go first?
Now.
You're in the thick of it.
What's that?
I said, you're right in the thick of it. Why don't you go, and then Matt can react to what?
You don't have any spells that'll affect everything or give you buffs or anything?
No, not currently.
Okay. Wait, are you just going to attack them?
I'm going to shoot at them, yeah.
Okay. Very well, then I will pick my opponent again, same one I had the first time, and try to finish him off.
Nice. Okay. Here it comes. Big money, big money. What's up, sweetie?
Wait, do I get 2 boons or 1 boon? I get 2 boons. 2 boons. That's right.
Right, but you get 1 bane.
Right. Oh yeah. No, he gets 1 bane.
No, you get 1 as well because he gets 2 banes. You get 1 because you're doing guarded strike.
Or I'll skip the guard part.
Okay, so then he will only be suffering 1 bane.
Right, and I just get a total of 2 boons. Right.
That's right.
Boom, boom.
Yeah,
I like that.
20, and you beat his attack by 5, which means you do an extra d6 of damage.
Oh yeah.
So if you want to, I'll dump it onto him. Roll 2d6 more.
Oh yeah. 2 dice roller.
And I will point out you can spend 11. That's not great. This thing is bloodied now. And it's looking pretty. That strike was much better, but it's still not quite down.
I'll add the other d6 for my alternate attack as well.
That's been included in your roll, Steve. That's what I assumed that second dice was from.
Okay.
Remember, you can spend a fortune point to take another action if you like. If you really want to try and finish the sucker off.
What do I do here? Or fortune will, it doesn't give you max damage or anything.
Nope. Gives you an opportunity to do another action.
Okay. Okay, grind my gears. Maybe we try, screw it, let's blow fortune point and hit it again.
Go ahead and make your attack roll.
All right. Boom. Pow, baby, come on. Nice.
Oh, another 25. Nice.
Wow.
Now, I think that your your ability to do extra damage, I think that only triggers once per round.
Oh, right. Okay.
Before I take that away from you, let me quickly confirm that. Nope. Whenever you when you attack, use an action to attack with a weapon, you either deal 1d6 extra damage with that attack or make another attack. So Steve, go ahead and roll 2d6 more.
Rock and roll. What the? I have any re-rolls here, right? What the heck? Okay.
You do not. That is actually enough to bring this thing down.
That's the sound.
Okay.
That's the dark one.
All right, Matt, your turn. What are you doing?
Okay, first, is there anywhere where I can teleport to that has a good vantage of the scene?
Probably
within medium range, like a balcony or a rooftop, or even on top of a cart or anything.
Yeah, medium range is. I've lost my cheat sheets. No, I've not lost. I just forgot to grab them. Medium range, I believe, is like 50 yards.
Oh wow!
So yeah, something like. I could be wrong. Hold on. Let me.
Is it in the main book?
Yeah, it's in the combat section, I think. Yep. Your combat. Here we go. No, I stand corrected. You know, I should just grab my my cheat sheet. When I go to grab my page 43, it's on.
Oh,
it's again like it's an incredible use. Medium is 20 yards. It's 5 yards. I was thinking feet, so that's about 60 feet. So yeah, I think
60 feet. That's pretty far. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that teleports to somewhere like I mean, even from your street scene there, you can see like either a balcony or perched up on top of some of the architecture or whatever.
Totally. What do we see when he bound the steps?
It looks like he's just taking one step, but then all of a sudden he's just placing his foot far away on wherever he went to.
So he just sort of like blinks out, like.
Yeah, but it looks like he's walking.
Okay.
But it's sort of like, and then he's gone.
Yeah, love it. Okay, so
he appears up there, and he's going to cast his other new spell.
What's that?
Fuse.
Ooh. Why don't you post that here, too, so I know what save I got to make.
So he is casting... Did it do it?
Did you adjust his mana from that last spell?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, right. His mana. He just has a shit ton of mana.
Yeah, it's crazy now.
Yeah. Okay. So you need to make an intelligence attack roll against its will. Its will's not great, so I think you've got some pretty good chance here.
Okay, so
where are you trying to fuse it to?
Well, it says that I teleported it a medium distance to an open surface. So, like, maybe slightly up the street or, farthest away from any civilians that I can see right around here.
Okay. Awesome. Okay.
If it's successful, it teleports so many fuses to the street.
Amazing. Okay.
All right, let's roll this. So it's an intellect attack. Oh my god.
There are fortune points. You could spend that to just make it a success if you like.
I rolled a 1.
Jesus.
I've rolled so bad our last 4 sessions.
You're just saving up for our Shadowrun session. You'll roll like a fiend.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I guess we'll use a fortune point. Roll it.
So you do hit. What does it look like when this thing teleports?
So he pulls out his screwdriver. He aims it at him, and it almost looks like a wave that's pushing this thing back. But it's like he's here in one spot, and then all of a sudden, the wave pushes him to where the wave ends.
Awesome. Okay, so he's hit, and then he's fused with his back paw, like leg, is fused into the ground, and let's see how much damage he takes. Roll 6d6.
Wow. Oh, that's just an auto success when you spend the thing.
Yeah, it's just an auto success.
6d6. Roll. 6. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
19.
Nice. Okay, 35. Wow. Okay, this thing is not quite bloodied, but it's like up to almost its hip. This thing is in. All right. So then it's its turn, or is it the villain's turn? And what you guys hear, and you can't identify where it's coming from, but you hear like a hunting horn. And this thing turns and it howls, and then it strains against the it strains against the side, and it pulls and tears its leg out at the hip.
Oh,
it's this gore, that furred gore that's left behind as this thing limps forward. It takes a further massive amount of damage.
Equal to twice its healing rate.
Yeah. So this thing limps forward. It sort of yelps, if such a large and hideous thing can, and then it slowly staggers forward, not towards you guys, but actually sort of perpendicular in a way towards the spire that dominates the center of this clearing, I guess. And it seems to take 2 steps, and leaves seem to blow up around this massive thing, and it's gone. But what remains behind is the heaped. Now, actually, I think that no, it's dead. So I think that the other body is still there. But you turn around, and that thing is gone. And you can still almost hear the echoing of that horn in the distance. So what do you guys do?
Matt looks at Junis and says, I think we better get out of here before the Inquisition finds a way to pin this one on us, too.
No kidding, right? Yeah. We'll find an alibi.
Okay. So you guys carry on. Get your...
Did its leg disappear that it tore off as well?
Did it, sorry?
The leg that was fused with the road, that it ripped off, did it disappear as well?
No, that is still here.
Grab it.
Well, it's fused to the road, though, so...
Oh, never mind. Okay.
I mean, there is a giant dead dire wolf next to you, though, so you could, in theory, grab that.
You grab the dire wolf? Maybe we can carry that?
Do we have a reason to investigate it? Maybe.
Maybe. We can also use it for food or something, or,
That's the automaton. Here you go, Matt. I got you some food.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Humans like this, right?
Oh, God.
Would you make an occult check for me, Jeff, please? I'm going to grab my tea, guys, and quickly go to the washroom. Then I'll tell you what he learns with that occult roll in a moment.
Is occult just intellect?
Intellect and occult, yes, please.
I'll get one. Oh, there we go. Yeah, sure. Oh, let's see if he knows anything. Oh, sure. Roll 22. Don't mind your do all that.
I should tell you guys, too, First song I heard on the radio when I was driving to work this morning, Spirits in a Material World by the Police.
Nice.
It was foretelling. Okay, we all back?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys head back to the hunting lodge, and let me show you what your lodge looks like.
Huh.
Boom. Check this out, guys. You're going to want to zoom out a little bit because it's
Holy crap.
a little big. Check it out, guys.
Oh, nice.
There is your hunting lodge.
When we're done catching Faye, we can open a little bed and breakfast. And
Really? That is a very, very Shadow the Demon Lord thing to do. So we could stop the end of civilization and the world as we know it, or, you know, have a little B&B.
like a restaurant at the end of the world.
Make some poached eggs.
It would be a novel approach to the using, to using this game.
Cool.
All right. So what I want to talk about is about sort of what your use of the different rooms have been so far. So if you scroll down, you can see there's the second floor there as well, and there are a bunch of bedrooms. 1, 2, 3 bedrooms with big beds, and I'm assuming that's going to be the living non-lycanthrope members of our party who sleep in those. There is, I believe, is a study. I've just arbitrarily put. Oh, you know what? Now that I look at the second floor, you see where 16 is?
Yep.
I wonder if that might be a good option for Millar's study, or her Millar's crafting area. What do you think?
Yeah. He loves it. Yeah.
I mean, it would be to be on the second floor. If she's got an anvil and whatever else up there, that might require you moving all that shit upstairs. But I wonder if that still might be a good choice of location for her. What's that, Steve?
Something that's relatively secure, sure.
Okay. What do you guys foresee as being? There's a kitchen back over here. What do you foresee as being kind of the use for the rest of these rooms? This is sort of a study, it looks like, with lots of bookshelves and stuff. So maybe that's where Matt is starting to accumulate his library.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to move Millar down onto floor 2 here. Boom, she's in her lab. Any thoughts on the rest of these rooms? Are some of them empty at this point, or what? You may realize here too, there's that big sweeping staircase right when you come in. That leads up. That's what leads up in 5. That's what leads up to the second floor.
Well, that elf character is staying with us, right?
He is, yeah. Bitterleaf.
Let's put him in one of the upstairs rooms.
Sure.
He can have like one of the 18 bedrooms, actually.
You may want to keep a closer eye on him, only because he is quite unstable.
Right.
Okay.
The one right at the top of the stairs, the first 18 bedroom there.
First 18 bedroom. Yeah, and that's for who? That's for Matt?
No, for Bitterleaf.
Oh, for Bitterleaf. All of them are 18, huh? For Bitterleaf. Okay.
Yeah, the top 18 we'll put them in, right by the stairs.
Okay. I did have a token for Bitterleaf. Give me a sec here. Where is he? Here we go.
Here's a good place.
Now, I know there's the drawing shows 4 beds in there, but does Millar want bedroom 19 right by her office, right by her workroom?
Sure. All of our little constructs can sleep in the other beds there.
Okay.
The bathtub?
Yeah, the bathtub.
Yeah. One of those is actually the bathtub.
Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. There we go.
And the bathtub talks like Beaker and sort of walks around on its hind legs and kind of does this.
Okay, so I'll let me just add a name here. Okay, so there's where Bitterleaf is. All right. So tell me about your typical days here, guys. What do you normally kind of spend your days doing?
Man, Millar's kind of in heaven. She's like, oh, for once, she's sort of got a nice sort of like a really nice place to live. She's got all these toys she can play with. She can invent her way, and she's all safe, and she's got like friends around and stuff. She's never had this.
Okay. So what I'm going to say is that what I think, I just forgot what I was looking for. Found it. Okay. What I think that Matt has been doing, and you can correct me if this doesn't sound like what he'd be doing, is because Bitterleaf is just continually scribbling shit down. Maybe what he's doing is you're in an effort to try and make sense of it. Is you're sort of like leaving parchment with him for a bit, and then taking it away when that's full and giving him a new piece.
Sounds good.
Okay, so that I think is what maybe Trader has been doing. Incidentally, if you want to see what Trader sort of looks like in goblin form, because we haven't actually seen him all that much, you guys turn to page 70 of the core book. There's a pretty cool picture of a goblin there.
Trader is also like tasked with guarding Bitterleaf.
Okay, so maybe that's what he's doing is and actually Bitterleaf or Trader speaks Elvish as well, I believe. So an added benefit.
Definitely.
Okay, so I'm just checking to see if. Interesting. So Revenants sleep.
Wow.
Yeah, I was just checking to see if there was if Hobie would have slept at some point, but apparently Revenants sleep. So interesting. All right, so you guys are when Matt and Millar get back, you guys have healed up. You'll see if you zoom in closer, you'll see your tokens have all your appropriate. Oh, except for fucking Hobie's tokens screwed up again. One sec here. I don't know why it does that all the time. When I get off this map, Hobie and Millar tend to die. Or not Hobie, yeah, and what's his name? Trader as well. Suddenly lose their health bars. Blech. Apparently me switching to a different screen is a critical hit on them. Okay, so what are Matt and Junis doing when they get back? I think it's probably I'm picturing that your house is probably about an hour travel, maybe an hour and a half at the most. And when you guys get back, it's probably like 7 o'clock-ish, maybe a little later. What are you gonna do?
Well, maybe we have like an evening dinner, which is sort of the one time that we all get together and, talk about our day, like plan. Basically, sort of like almost like a family dinner time. That's our chance to catch up on the day's events and whatnot. And so maybe at 7-ish when we get back, that's what the plan is to have dinner together.
Okay.
Junis will put on an apron and cook up the dire wolf.
Sorry, Millar, what's he gonna do, Steve? I didn't catch that.
Junis will put on an apron and cook up the dire wolf for everybody. Make a nice treat.
Oh yeah, what was Matt's? Oh God, 22. Yeah, you're really not gonna want to eat fey meat. There's all sorts of fucked up stuff that can happen from that.
Matt is telling Junis all about this on the way home.
But with a 22, I think that there are. You're aware that there are alchemical uses to which the dire wolf's like its saliva and maybe its blood and its teeth can be put to.
Mm.
Does Millar have any training in alchemy, or is it only in engineering?
It's actually artificing.
Artificing, okay. So yeah, so I don't think that's quite what's required, but you're aware if you want to harvest that stuff for later and try and track down an alchemist, you may be able to pursue that. So, you guys get back and you're talking about the you meet for your regular dinner, and what Trader shows you is that now that you've been slowly feeding Bitterleaf certain things, does Bitterleaf join you guys, or do you bring him down so he'll eat with you?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, so you have to kind of I'm picturing that. And I think that I was going to say, I think it's the Trader who's sort of monitoring him, and he quickly realizes that if he stays in Weir Raven form, it terrifies him. So he's been spending more time than he would be comfortable with in Goblin form. And as he sort of what Bitterleaf inevitably is doing is whatever you're feeding him, he'll start eating it. Or he'll eat maybe like one bite or two, and then he'll start using it to try and make designs out of. And then Trader will have to be like, no, eat.
Eat them.
So, and this has been going on. So he's actually looking a little more healthy than he did before. There's a little more meat on his bones and whatnot. But what he has been, what Trader has shows you, or Matt, I'm picturing you sort of at the table, leafing through what's happened. And what you can see, or maybe this is before you go to the dinner, but what you see is that what he's recorded is recurring references to Jared. Jared knows. Under the Trollish stone, under the Trollish rock, the ending stone lurks. Jared knows. Hidden he did.
Is Jared the Gauntlet King?
He is. The ending stone, you're not quite familiar with. Would you make just a raw intellect challenge for me? And I'll give you a boon on it just because you're used to doing studies and stuff like that.
And I have been doing a lot of studies about all of these subjects right now.
Absolutely. And I think you've that's awesome. Okay. The ending stone. You sort of like you can picture you're looking through the stuff and you're thinking about that. And you look over at, remember that like bladed scroll casing that you found buried in the dirt?
Yeah.
Inside that, remember there was that that coiled scroll written in Dwarvish.
Yeah, I remember it very clearly.
You had worked with Millard to help with some of the translations in that. And you may remember that was one of the things that was, one of the things that spoke of the Troll Wars and the Wars with the Elvish, or the Troll Wars where the Elves defeated the Trolls. One of the things it spoke about was a bunch of the weapons that were used by the Elves in that. What it also mentions is that the Trolls were rumored to have a ultimate weapon as well, something called the Ending Stone.
Oh.
A artifact of phenomenal power crafted by their wisest and most powerful shaman. And there's nothing in the scroll that refers to where this thing went.
Is there any information about what it does?
There isn't. Well, there are. With a roll that good, I think that there are different translations that could be understood for the word ending stone. One of those is the final stone or the final act, or the stillness stone.
Sounds like something that can bring about the end of the world.
The reference that you found in the scrolls, the dwarvish scrolls, that seems to suggest it was something recovered, like right or discovered right at the end of the wars. So it may have been a weapon that was never actually saw the battlefield.
Right. Matt is sort of, at this point, a little more practiced at trying to get information out of, what's his name,
Bitterleaf.
Bitterleaf. So he's kind of trying to coax him along with this whole Jared thing and, like, trying to, like, you know, get him to say things more clearly. So he's kind of, you know, does Jared have, because he was saying Jared hit it, or Jared hit it, right?
Yes. He. So you're at dinner with him, and you may be asking. He says, "Jared, yes, hidden. He did.
Did Jared have the ending stone?
Oh, no, hidden. Jared knows.
Jared knows where the ending. Does Jared know where the ending stone is?
Troll Rock hides the ending stone. Jared knows.
And Jared knows where it is.
He knows. Jared knows. Hide he did. Clever is the Goblin King. What is Millar and Hobie doing at this point?
Hobie is like wandering around. Everyone sort of watches him weirdly sometimes. He's like wandering in the forest. But he seems to be pretty happy with his location. As happy as he gets. They never really smiled. Even though he's a priest or rebel. And Millar is just happier than a little pig. She's practicing a little construct and sorting out her new equipment in her study there.
Okay.
And, yeah.
So does Millar join the rest for dinner? Or does she keep working through? Like, has she pulled more into herself?
No, she likes having people around, so she goes down for dinner.
Okay. So Millar goes down for the dinner, and so she's there. Hobie, does he join everyone for dinner as well?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you guys are all down in the... I take it you just eat in the kitchen, I guess, eh?
Yeah, it looks like that's where the big table is.
Okay. Let's put everyone in there.
Matt and Junis also, you know, tell about the dire wolves, explain that the Inquisition is asking us a lot of questions. Right. Matt explains that he might have pissed them off.
Okay. So at the mention of the Inquisition, Millar, you sort of get a cold chill up your spine.
Why is that?
So you're sitting there, and when you mention the dire wolf, you hear this clattering sound. And Bitterleaf is just trembling and is pulled back. And he says, "Wolves?" And he says this in Elvish.
Yes, wolves. Matt answers in Elvish.
The hunt! And he jumps up and runs from the room. And he's just shouting behind him, running like in a mad panic, "The hunt! The wild hunt!"
Matt chases after, Trader chases after him.
Okay, so Trader, he probably quickly transforms and flies down the hall after him. He's racing his way down to maybe the library here, and you're keeping him going. What are the rest of you guys doing?
We'll roll our eyes, I guess. Like, let's go get him.
Actually, Trader will know. Well, how about Trader and Millar just make a regular intellect check with one boon.
But Matt would also say that would comment on that's interesting that he's calling it the hunt. We did also hear a hunting horn.
Okay. And Millar, how'd you do? Nice. Both Trader, I'll let you go back and change how you react if you want, Trader. Trader and Millar both hear this, and then your blood runs cold. The Queen has a assassin / hunter who is simply known as the Horned Lord. The Horned Lord, the Horned Hunter. The Horned Hunter is said to be a satyr, which is a fawn who's become a holy part of the Fae, a cruel and merciless satyr who leads a mystic Fae pack of dire wolves, who is said to never have let one of the Queen's enemies escape. So if they're talking about that and you hear about the horn, and almost as if on cue, guys, you can hear from outside of the hunting lodge. And you all sort of look at each other, and that's when you begin to hear these deep, throaty howls from outside. What are you guys going to do?
Get the boat and run.
Get in the boat and run. Burn the lodge to the ground.
Exactly. Lure them and burn the lodge down.
Hey, easy come, easy go, Steve.
Yeah, exactly.
Lure them into the lodge and light it on fire.
Okay, so what are you guys going to do?
Well,
you're all standing around the kitchen table right now. You hear that howls from outside. What are you going to do?
We got to get this place ready. We got to batten down the hatches, start locking the windows and stuff like that.
Okay. So let's...
We would have probably pre-discussed which room is best to get in a fight.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
I think the entrance is the best place to fight.
The entrance.
Like room 5, because if they're coming in through the front door, there's sort of there's like that room they can get into, number 4, but then there's just the one small door into the main thing, and with the 3 staircases and the view from above, we actually have a lot of vantage points to like fire down on them or have strategic positioning.
We can shoot from the windows too, like Millar could be inside room 5 there, shooting out the window or something.
I don't think there are in 5.
No, room 5, but like
in 4 you could if you smash the windows out.
Right.
But 5 there are no actual windows. All right, guys. So let's each of these rooms I'm going to count as a separate zone. So you can use a move to move from one zone to the other. It'll be a triggered action to open a door. I'm assuming all the doors are closed at this point. So let's go from, I will let you see this here. Boom. What level is that? Wrong one. How about I put it on the proper layer here? Here we go. Boom. 3 massive dire wolves. And boom. 2 massive dire wolves. And I think that's it for now. Okay, so start of the round. They're not going to be there. It's going to take them 1 round to move up to where the doors are. So quick action and or trick turn, and who's taking a slow turn?
Like probably just a quick turn to move.
Okay. All right. So then, sorry, I keep saying quick and fast. It's fast turns. Sorry. So fast turns up is first is Matt. What do you want to do? Your health incidentally, guys. I'm assuming, Junis, that you used your second wind to heal back. Was that fair? Yeah. Okay. So, Matt. So you're up first. What would you like to do?
Matt says, "They're here. To your positions. Let's fight them in the Great Hall."
Okay. So that's a free action for him. What's he gonna do next?
Then he moves however far he can.
Like I said, it's a triggered action to open a door, but you can move to a second. Each room will be a separate zone. So,
he moves to here, basically, is what you're saying.
Yep, that's fine. Okay. You throw that door open, and then you run in.
And that door's now open for the other three characters.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're leaving. Unless you tell me otherwise, I'll assume the doors are left open. Okay, so then these things are taking a slow turn as well. So you guys are up next. Who's going next?
Oh, Trader also took a fast turn.
Trader also did? Okay, where's he going?
He tells Bitterleaf.
Bitterleaf.
Tells Bitterleaf, he says, hide where I told you to hide. And he makes his way to, this is probably the quickest way to the thing, so he can go through one door, so he's there.
Okay. All right, so I am, I think I'm going to make roll a d20 for me, Jeff. I'm going to see you, I think just roll d20 and tell me, let's see how you do.
Just, okay, it doesn't matter for who.
Yeah.
Okay.
No banes, no boons. Okay. Where was it you told Bitterleaf to hide?
So let's see. Here on the second floor, in room 17. In room 17 is where we've shown him to hide.
Okay.
There's like a back
so he goes
there.
He goes running in here, and he throws the door open.
Okay, he's following Trader right now.
Yeah, he's following Trader, and he's used his trigger to throw that other door open. So there's a door open leading into. Oh, there isn't a door there. I'm sorry. He actually can move once. So he's about here right now. Maybe making his way up the stairs.
No, there was a door there.
There's a door there. Shit. Sorry, I thought it was the same as the other side. So yeah, he's thrown that door open. So that's what he's done.
Yeah, the one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So slow turns. Who wants to go next?
Junis may as well roll into old room number 5 there.
Okay. So
he can move twice as move too. Oh no, that's right. Yeah, no, never mind that. He just
slow action. He can move twice. He just can't take an action, but he could use a triggered action to throw open the door that's right next to Matt.
Sure. Do we know how many wolves are coming right yet? At what side of the house?
No, it sounds like a lot.
Well, I'll move into room 5 there with room 5.
Okay, so you can go ahead and move your character into room 5.
Yeah, let's see.
Next.
Boom. And Hobie will, I guess, also. Wait, what can Hobie do? He can move 6. So how far is that? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kind of thing?
No, remember we're just using zones.
Oh,
so it's one. Like I said, you can move one zone per move.
Okay.
Moving, you could move 2 zones.
If I run, I can move 2 zones?
Okay, so he's there. And then what's Millar doing?
And Millar will also do the, I guess, same thing. And I guess that's a run, so she can't then cast a spell, right?
That's right, yeah. Okay, so that's the end of that turn. So the dire wolves will go, and they go slam and are banging right up against this room now. These doors here. Now I'm going to make strength challenges for them with 2 banes to try and break through. Actually, I'm going to say 1 bane because they're actually quite big, so they don't. Let's see here. Up. Oh, geez. So he rolled over 20. This thing goes bursting into here, followed by its massive companion. And then I will make another one with 1 Bane. Okay, so that one slams up against the door here, but it holds. So you can hear these the sound of these massive predators trying to get into that front door. You can hear that through the second door there too. Okay, so that is the end of the round, guys. No end of round action. So top of the round, mark your guys whether you're taking fast or slow turns. And what I'm going to start doing too, I forgot about this, but I'm actually going to declare the the monster's actions when they take them. So you won't know whether they're taking fast turns or slow turns.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yep. Okay, so you hear again outside as well at the end of turn. Now, what are you going to do?
Okay, Matt.
Oh, you know what? Sorry, guys. I got one action I want to take here, so that I completely forgot about. Because you hear that the sound of the horn made me think here. Awesome. Jeff, would you please make a? Do you have someone whose will is a 10?
Probably. Yeah, Matt's will is a 10.
Okay, would you make a will challenge for me with 2 Banes, please? How do you do? Oof. Okay, thank you.
I get 6s.
Okay, so all right, that's all I needed. Now, next turn, what are you guys doing?
Matt moves into the room and he actually races up to the second floor balcony there. You can see it on the upper floor. There's a railing all the way around looking down onto the entrance.
That's 2 zones. I think he would need a second move to do that.
Oh, okay. Well, then you just move to the top of the stairs or whatever.
Okay, so you're racing up top of the stairs. Oh, I forgot to bring over your... hold up. I'll grab your fortune points, guys.
Oh, so you can only run if you take a slow action.
That's right. Yeah, because that's because you can't move and take an action. I'll put it on the side. You guys can see that, yeah? Where the 2 is?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yes, you're racing up the stairs. Who would like to go next? Anyone else with slow action or a fast turn rather?
Yeah, Trader moves into position here in the middle of the room to fight whatever comes in.
Okay. All right. Now, the dire wolves are not taking fast actions. So, heroes get to go first. Bitterleaf is taking a slow action as well. Do you guys want to go before him, or you want him to go first?
Whatever. He's just moving, right? So he can go.
So he walks into the room here. He then uses his triggered action to throw open the door and steps into here. Matt and
suicide? Okay.
all of you guys can make a perception check for me, please. And I'm going to give, or perception challenge, and I'm going to give 1 Bane on it just because you're in the heat of battle. But Trader won't suffer that Bane because he's been keeping an eye on him. So let's start with Trader. Let's see if he makes a...
Kev, do I get an attack of opportunity if someone moves past me?
If an enemy does?
Well, yeah. Or someone I'm guarding who isn't going where I told them and goes through the door right in front of me.
You didn't tell me that you were readying an action for that, and you moved. So unfortunately, because you took a fast action, no. Let's make a perception check and see how...
You get an attack of opportunity if you go take a slow action.
No. Attack of opportunity is a triggered action, but it's an attack. Like you can't take another action like grapple someone or something like that as a triggered action. That's an action.
I understand that's game rules, but that's just weird to me. If I'm watching someone and I move into a room and ready to fight, and then they walk past me and go out the door right in front of me, that's like me being mentally handicapped.
That's assuming that you're spending part of your action keeping an eye on that guy, which is not what you said you were doing. You said you took a fast action and that you used it to move.
Right. Okay, fine. I took like 3 steps, but that's fine.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what you spent your time doing. How did Trader do on his perception?
Well, if you didn't see him walk right in front of him and go through the door he's looking at, that's weird.
Well, that's why I'm getting you to make a perception roll for you. I'm going to see if he's been paying attention or if he was distracted by something else.
Okay.
There's the howling of the wolves that are in the room as well. Yeah, unfortunately, he was not. He thought that he was because Bitterleaf was following him. He didn't think anything of it. He noticed, and it was too late. However, Hobie and Junis both see what he's, and it's not that you notice what he's doing. You all see what he's doing. What you notice is that he has this glazed look in his eye. And Hobie, you recognize, you rolled so well. He's been enchanted somehow. Or that will challenge I got you to make? He's been enchanted by something. And yeah, so he's making his way towards the front door at this point. All right, now the dire wolves. What were Hobie, Millar, and Junis doing? They still have actions before the dire wolves go.
All right, Hobie will move to the center of the room and cast Ward the Land, and yell to Junis, "Stop him!"
Okay. And what is Ward the Land? Is that the thing that makes it all difficult terrain?
Yeah, let me just find out how many points it is.
Shit.
Yep. What?
Won't that make it difficult for your allies as well?
Mm-hmm. But but he gets bonuses.
Yeah, but here's what I'm saying, Steve, is that if you're making it difficult, you may not be able to. Junis may have to spend all of his slow turn because you got to make. Remember, it's double the cost. It would cost him 2 just to get in another room. He wouldn't have an action to do anything against Bitterleaf. What would have happened? Like what we'd see is he's like, get him, and then all these roots and shit go up through the floor, so Junis can't get through it fast enough to get to him.
Okay. So instead, maybe Hobie casts. He had 2 spells he was going to cast. One is Thimble Ring, which we switched to last time, which then casts. It makes 4 doubles of him that will get hit if the opponents roll over a certain amount.
Okay, cool. Can you just click on the spell? Roll the spell. So we got it in the chat.
Betcha.
And that sounds fine. But he yells out, "Get him!" and casts the spell. Junis or Millar, what do you want to do?
Millar will cast, I think, Bolt Thrower.
We'll cast Bolt Thrower. Okay. Oh, good call. Okay, where's my handy Bolt Thrower image?
What do I do? What's the description? Do I do this? No. How do I do the description again?
You click on the dice roller. There's a little dice into it. The dice will fuck up. Like that doesn't seem to work properly yet. But okay, can you see that bolt over there? Is that
there's Thimble Rig?
There's the floor.
Nice.
But here, controlled by Steve. You got control of the bolt thrower, so go ahead and position it where you want.
Alrighty. Where's that bad boy? Okay, we'll stick it in the corner here. All right.
Thimble Rig is awesome. Wow.
On the stairs. Yeah, there you go. It's right beside Matt.
Great. Okay.
Yeah, Thimble Rig is cool. That should be handy. That's 2 points. Okay, hold on here.
It's where is that one of the face spells, or is that something from the core book?
That is a artificer.
Sorry, which one?
The thimble rig is a illusion spell.
Right. Is it from the core book or is it from the Forbidden Beauty?
I believe it's core.
Core book. Okay, cool. Nice. Okay, cool. So let's see. That leaves Millar cast bolt thrower. Where did the bolt thrower go, Steve? Oh, you put it next to.
Yeah.
Doesn't it have to fall next to you? I guess you can just move up the stairs, so it really doesn't matter. You know what? We're using the abstracted positioning anyway, so that's cool. Okay, so then it's the Direwolf's turn. Does Millar want to move back from that door?
Junis is going to try to stop Bitterleaf.
Okay.
He's going to knock him out. Yeah.
Okay, sure. So go ahead and make a what is he trying to do? Sorry.
He's going to try to tackle him and bring him back in the room.
Drag him back to the room. Okay, cool. So make a strength attack for me, please. So it's a strength thing. I don't think it's not a weapon you're using, so you don't get the boon on it.
It's all strength checks.
It is
like I get a boon on strength checks, and I get a +1 to damage, not a +1 die, but a +1.
Damn. Okay. So yeah, no, that's right. I'm thinking only, Steve, of your warrior ability. There's that warrior ability you got that gives you a boon on all weapon attacks. And this,
I see.
But the strength thing, this isn't a strength check; it's a strength attack.
Okay.
So you won't get it. So just make a regular strength check.
Straight up strength.
Nice. Okay. So you got him. You grapple him, and then make a strength challenge for me now. You will get the boon on this.
All right. Boom.
It's pretty low. It's a pretty low target number too. He's not exactly a strong guy. Oh shit. So Steve, not only are you able to wrestle him back, where do you want to place him in this room?
I'm gonna lob him up the stairs beside Matt.
Okay, so you drag him up and like toss him down over there. Okay, that's fine. Where did you picture Traitor landing, Jeff, or where is he at this point? Is he on his way up the stairs, do you think, or?
Wait, who?
For Traitor, I'm trying to picture where everyone is here.
Waiting by the door to attack them when they come in.
Oh, okay. So is he in like Weir Raven form?
Yeah, like they're getting ready to attack the wolves as they come into the building.
Okay, cool. All right. So the next thing that acts is now it's the critters. Rawr, rawr. Why did no one close that door?
What are you talking about?
Rawr. Rawr. Two of these massive things come charging in here. That is, unfortunately, their entire actions. Let me make another strength challenge. Try and break through the front door. No, fails again. But you can see that door now, and it's like struggling against its against the bolt that's holding it shut right now. Okay, end of the round, guys. Now it is end of round. We hear the again, and Bitterleaf still seems to be enthralled in whatever whatever thing has captured him. He's not like physically struggling against you. He's just trying to get away from you. He's not trying to hit you or anything, Steve, but he is trying to get away from you. Are you still grappling him, or did you throw him down?
I threw him down next to Matt, hoping he would snap out of it so I could fight.
He's prone right now, but he seems to still be like, getting ready to get to his feet and move again. So it is okay. So top of the round, then, guys. Who wants to take fast turns?
I don't know. Probably not.
Uh-oh. Millar's dead already?
Oh, man. Here's what happened. And... well...
okay.
And... not dead. Not dead. Not dead.
Okay.
Killing all those guys off.
Let's move these guys out a little bit here so I can see who's doing what. Okay, cool. So fast turns. We got Hobie and Millar. Who wants to go first?
I think Hobie is going to bust out. Yeah, I think he's going to hit him with the Phantasm.
Okay. Click on that so we know what it does.
Okie dokie.
And then I think it's a intellect challenge, isn't it? There we go. Sweet. Oh yeah, right. This is from you used this last time too. Did you mark your mana from last time, Steve?
From the last podcast?
No, from Thimble Rig. It would have cost you 2 mana. You did. Okay, great. Okay, cool. So mark down that'll cost you 4 mana, and then what is it you're creating here?
Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna like. I'm gonna cast like a schoolyard with lots of young, like delicious-looking children, like all over the place, and yes, and a playground with obstacles on it. So wait a second, I should probably do something they can get in by can't on it. Yes. Okay, hold on. Idea, but what's a natural enemy of direwolves? Anything?
I'm not sure that Hobie knows all that much about direwolves.
Okay. What about like that thing I did last time, like sort of like holy light, and then well, are they immune to fire? Maybe, yeah. What do you think? Let's go with fire. Right. Something it'll be a phantasm if the room is on fire under their feet.
Okay. Okay, so so it looks like from the spell it affects anything that's in there. So do you want to sort of restrict that to just like sort of the area where they are?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so okay, so it needs to make a perception challenge roll or take damage. So let me make perception challenge rolls for them. There's 1 and 2. How do we do? Unfortunately, both of them passed. So, okay, so that's what Hobie's done. Millar, what's she doing? Oh, Steve, you get to make... Sorry, we forgot to do your, what do you call it? Your... whatever it is, your Torbjorn cannon.
My prayer. Oh, bolt. Right. Yeah,
bolt throw. Because that happens at the end of the round.
It does happen, I think, at the end of the round, yeah.
Yeah, so like they would have been in the room at the end of the round, which means it would have gotten an attack on them.
Oh, okay.
I need you to make 2 intellect attack or 1 intellect attack for me, please.
Right. Nice call. Yeah. Intellect attack roll. Talk to me. Here we go. Kablam. And no bonuses, I don't think. 22. That was for Millar.
Nice. Okay, so roll 3d6, please. Takes 3d6 damage.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, terrible.
That's not good. Okay, so it hits. Okay, so sorry, back to this round. What is Millar doing?
He's going to cast. It's called See the Future, which gives her free movement, no free attacks, 4 spell points, and 2 boons on her for challenge checks, and 2 banes on any attacks on her.
Okay. Well, you know what? Just from going forward, guys, let's just like when you're going to cast a spell, just click it so it's in the chat window, just so we know which it is. That's easier than reading it off. Did you count your mana for your bolt thrower?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Here it is.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Okay, so Fantastic. So that'll be 4 mana for her. And then, all right, so then we're into slow turns. Jeff, you want to go with one of your guys?
Okay, sure.
The direwolves are not taking fast turns.
All right. Matt moves up the stairs and into room 17.
Okay.
And then, strangely, he closes and locks the door.
I don't think he's got enough action. You need to use it. It'd be 1 move to get up into the hallway, a triggered action to open the door, and then a second to jump in there. So I don't think you could spend a fortune point to take an extra action.
Well, I don't know if we would have had the door already closed to our safe room.
Like I said, I mean, I'm assuming all doors are closed unless you've left them open.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, this was our emergency. Like, he was supposed to go and run and hide in this room and close the door and lock it. So, if you have a place, like, otherwise, you know what I mean? Like, we left this room open.
That's fair enough. That's fine. So Matt's going to jump into the hidey room?
Yes, and close the door and lock it.
Okay. Just go ahead and move yourself into room 17. And then, Steve, you want to go with Junis?
Rock and roll, Junis, baby. He's going to go in there and hack away at one of these boys. I think he might do a double attack door. Sorry?
Okay.
I think he might do a double attack, 1 on each.
Okay. So, you mean like he's gonna, if he succeeds on the 1, he's gonna use his fighter ability to attack a second time?
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make your first attack roll.
Yeah.
Are you doing any of your guard strike stuff?
Well, I'm doing my call, of course. My not the guarded one, but just combat feint.
Combat feint, okay. So it takes 1 boon then, or 1 bane rather.
It takes 1 bane, and I get 2 boons in total.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't change anything. Boom, 26.
It's awesome. Okay.
Damage
So
11.
hit. You beat 20, so roll 1d6 to add extra damage.
Right.
I'm assuming that's the one that was hit with bolt thrower.
Yeah.
Nice. So 14 damage.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's hit the other boy.
Okay, and go ahead and make your attack roll against the second one.
All right, and I do not. I only get 1 boon and no specials. 28. I got.
Oh, nice. Go ahead and roll your extra d6.
Boom. Nice.
So that is 11 points of damage. Nice. Okay. So you tag 2 of them.
Whap, whap.
All right. Now, unfortunately, you have used your triggered action. Oh, Trader gets to go still. Trader, what are you doing?
He's casting his Beast Within spell.
Okay.
And he's moving right in front of this door.
Yeah.
And he's going to attack them if they get to this doorway.
Your Beast Within, is that an action to cast or is it a triggered?
I'm not sure. I guess I should have clicked on it.
Yeah, because remember that ready is an action itself. So I'm not sure you have a triggered action, so you could like kick that door closed if you want.
It doesn't say, so that's a normal action then, I guess.
Yeah, so it's a normal action to cast it.
Oh, but he could use his triggered action to close the door.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, sure.
Okay. All right. So on the direwolf's turn, Millar, what are you're not engaged with them, right? Like I know you got your character there, but you've kept a distance, I'm taking it?
He hasn't done anything yet, yeah.
Okay. So the 2 direwolves, so Bitterleaf will go first because he's on your turn. He stands up and walks down the stairs like this, his arms spread. The direwolves leap onto him.
Wow.
And let's see here. Eesh. Yeah, and he is torn to shreds. Bits of intestine and stuff and viscera go flying around as these things tear into him. Into the bolt thrower gets to fire first. So go ahead and make an intellect check for Millar for me.
Let's see. Intellect checking. No benefits or bonuses. Wow. 22.
Nice. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so that's a hit, and actually, so roll 3d6 damage. The bolt thrower kind of fires another mystic bolt out.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so that one, the first direwolf, the one at the top there, is nearly annihilated. Wow. It is very, really fucked up. Then at the end of the round, you hear again. It's a different tone. I'm doing the same fucking sound each time, but it's a different tone this time. And each one of the dire wolves begins howling like crazy. Okay, so now that's the end of the round. Top of the round. Who wants to take fast turns and who wants to take slow turns? Matt is locked in the room upstairs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Is he taking a fast or a slow turn?
What does it take to cast a spell?
Depends on the.
Oh, well, no, we'll take a slow turn.
Yeah. Take a slow turn. Okay. Okay. So is everyone marked appropriately right now?
I think Kobe's good, yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So who wants to go first on the fast turn? We got Hobie and we got Junis.
All right. Junis will go for a hack on that really mangled wolf there, try to take it out.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
All right. And this is just the feint, the usual feint. So 2 bones. Submit. Boop. Nice. 15. Damage 14.
Okay. All right. The yeah. So I mean that 15. I think it does hit. Let's see. No, it just narrowly misses. So I'm picturing that you do connect, but it's just not really you shear off some of its thick, bristly fur, but there's not a meaningful hit there.
Great.
Okay. And what is your war? Actually, I'll let. You got to go with Hobie next anyway. I just can't remember the phrasing on your warrior ability. If it allows you to. Okay, so Steve, you can make another attack at a different target.
Yeah.
If you like. Okay. Yep, because the way it reads is when you use an action to attack with a weapon, you either deal 1d6 extra damage to that attack or make another attack against a different target at any point before the end of your turn.
Right. Let's definitely do that. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. All right. Where's it? Okay, you can't call the feint, though. Do breakthrough sheets. And kaplow, 1 boon, rock and roll, 26, 14. What's up?
There you go. That's the shit. So, and that means you beat it by 20 and by 5. Go ahead and roll another d6.
Sweet. 18 damage. Nice.
18. Okay, so that's 20. Okay, you definitely bloody this thing.
Yeah.
So you clip some of the hairs on the other one, and then see that there's an opening with the other one that is like chomping down on what remains of Bitterleaf, and you bring your Jotun saber heavily down on its back. Hobie, what is Hobie doing?
Okay, Hober. guess he'll let Phantasm drop. That's pretty useless now, right?
Okay.
And
he doesn't have to concentrate for it, I don't think. I think it just maintains, isn't it?
Does it? Okay, yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, it's only the D&D where you got to concentrate. Wait, let me. Yeah, Phantasm is for an hour.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, recovery. No one's hurt yet. Okay, I guess I'm gonna go with. I wanted to hit them with something. I thought I had an attack spell.
Hobie?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, he's got a. What happened to his? He doesn't have his ranged weapon out though, because he does have one. But
he's got that badass crossbow, doesn't he? The magic crossbow.
Right.
But you have to draw that though. Well, I mean, you haven't said what he's got out, so I mean, if you would think that that's what he would draw in these circumstances, I'll defer to what you think about it. But I mean, given the close quarters, I sort of picture him being a melee guy.
Right.
But I'll defer to you on that. I'm not really fussed one way or the other.
Maybe what he'll do is he'll just hit. He's just gonna go misdirect on the one that has more health.
The one that looks more hardy.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was. Hold on. That's that.
Okay. So that's the end of the heroes' fast turns. Thank you for posting that, Steve. The dire wolves are taking a fast turn this time, and as they lowered their heads down from the howls, that wind seems to suddenly pick up from around you guys, and the room is full of swirling leaves, and you can't see anything. And then by the time of the slow turn, they have all disappeared, leaving nothing but the ruined remains of Bitterleaf. You can still hear outside, though, as if something is taunting you. What do you guys want to do?
Matt, get out here.
Well, Matt cast his spell that he had prepared for that round. And
what was that?
You can decide what happens. He was casting swap on himself and.
Oh shit! Can you click on swap for me? I just want to see.
Yeah. If you want to decide that it does nothing, or all of a sudden Bitterleaf's corpse is locked in the room and Matt is standing on the stairs.
I think that's exactly what happens, because that's going to be hysterical. Because you'll reappear and be like, "What's happening?"
Yeah. Let's go. Where'd they go? What I missed?
Oh, you're Kurt Russell for Big Trouble in Little China.
Okay. So if you guys don't mind, I'm going to take control of the narrative just for a moment. So once you guys sort of realize there's no one banging at the door, there's no one else around there, you guys finally sort of go into this room over here, and you look out the window, and what you can see is I'm picturing sort of like a gently rolling kind of hills around you guys with maybe some a copse or two of trees, and you can see illuminated in the rising moonlight is this really big fucking form of a man with these massive horns, who is astride the largest elk you've ever seen. And what this guy looks like as the what do you call it? As the clouds part, you see clearly the horned hunter. He raises the horn to his lips again, and then you see the silhouette of blackened leaves kind of swirling around this guy, and he disappears. So, bit of a setback tonight, but you learned more information, I think, as well. And I think that's where we will leave it for this evening. So next, we'll talk in between on via email, figure out what your plan for the next step is. But you did seem to learn that the Goblin King seems to know something, and you do have a key to his realm. So with that, for those listening at home, one thing I was going to say too, Jeff, is if I had known, I didn't realize that you were in Were Raven form. I thought you were in Raven form. If I realized, if I had realized that you were in, like, I wasn't trying to, like, you know, fuck you over in terms of what he was doing. What my thought process was that, oh, you're in Raven form, like you couldn't have stopped him anyway. You weren't strong enough.
Right.
So I didn't realize that you were in the Raven form. If I knew that you were in Raven form, I think I maybe would have ruled differently on that.
Right. It just seemed a little weird that it's like, I don't know. He walked right past me, essentially.
Well, that's why I
and
wanted
you. The door that I was standing, looking at, waiting for a werewolf to come, or a direwolf to come through.
Yeah, and I think that that's where, I mean, for one thing, I thought you were in your Raven form, not your Were Raven form. So that was I figured, like, well, even if you saw him, but also that's why I wanted you to make a perception check. Like everyone else got Banes on them. I thought that Trader would have passed it, and then he would have had an opportunity to intervene.
Right. No, it's fine. It just, I understand that sometimes the game as written, or the way the rules are, play the way they do, but
no,
in real life, if I was watching my grandfather and I told him to go up the stairs, which were behind me, and all of a sudden he walked in front of me, I wouldn't even have to be a shape-changing Raven ninja to stop him.
No, and I get that. It's just, again, like, I thought that you were in your Raven form, so that would not have been strong enough to stop him anyway. Right. Because of being sorceling, if you flew in his face or whatever else, he would have walked right past that.
Right. No, absolutely. It's fine.
Okay, so I just want to be clear, but yeah, if I had known, I would have ruled differently on that. I apologize for that. But, okay, so then for those listening at home, thanks so much for joining us for this other, a further episode of the Shadow of the Demon Lord campaign. And we will see you again, hopefully next week.